Is the camera actually focused on my face for once? Probably not, but I can't even blame it because my bookshelves are the prettiest thing in the room. Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Preethi was here, aptly named 5-star extravaganza because episode 5, 5-star, 5 books, it's perfect. I have with me 5 5-star books right here, and originally this was going to be the first 5 books I read in January, and they all happen to be 5-star reads, which is absolutely awesome. But one of the books I actually already talked about in my Boxing Day video, the only book in that video, Traitor, about World War II in Poland. So I have instead substituted that with another book that I actually just finished yesterday, and it's amazing and I love it so much. So yeah, you still get 5 5-star books, just not the first 5. You get the first 4 plus a random one that is like my 12th read, but it's fine. So the first book I got is The Montague Twins, The Witch's Hand. This is the cover and this is the back cover. You see a little supernatural thing going on down here. Very good book. It's actually a graphic novel, which, you know, I'm more likely to pick up because I'm really lazy nowadays. But this one is so good. Like, I knew it was like a Hardy Boys kind of feel because it said it somewhere, although I like absolutely cannot find where it said that anymore. And I've never actually read anything Hardy Boys or watched anything Hardy Boys, but I just assume it's like a female Nancy Drew. And so I swear, I debated like for like half an hour in Barnes & Noble, like, do I need this? What if it sucks? But I got it, you know, and it was absolutely amazing, and my first 5-star read and my first read of 2021. This is like a little, like a small town Nancy Drewish kind of thing where there are mysterious happenings, but there's also magic, so it's like not quite Nancy Drew, maybe the new CW Nancy Drew, but we don't want to talk about that because I don't like that, just based on the first episode. Basically, it's about these kids and like an adopted family and siblings. Yes, there's a family vibe. Really cool illustrations. And yes, there is magic, there are witches, there are secrets, there are corrupt cops. It's just really pretty. It's also a really heavy book if heavy books are your thing, which they should be. Like, I don't like fat books anymore. Like, the whole I like big books and I cannot lie, that no longer applies to me. Like, as a kid, yes. Now, no. I like small books, teeny tiny books like this because small it is. That's what I like. But yeah, anywho, heavy book, beautiful book, very like just really get into the atmosphere and everything, and like the story, and like it's so nice, like justice, and like there's like a point where you're like, oh no, is this going down the cliche non-blood related siblings in love with each other, which gross. So thankfully did not go down that, although I think they set like that thing up on purpose and then they're like, oops, nope, thank goodness. Let me see if I can like summarize it in like one sentence. There are these boy detectives who have a sister who's very smart, although like not technically a detective, so there's like some familial bonding in here. Then there's also abusive fathers, not in the same family, thank goodness. That's like another plot point. And there are witches, and I think this goes back to like sort of like the Salem witch trials kind of thing. Not specifically that, or maybe that, I don't remember, but definitely like persecuting witches and women, prejudice against magic, and this one bad guy who literally sounds like Trump. It's terrible, but a very good book. So those are like the ideas. You get the idea of what this book is about without having any idea what it is. And not because I'm purposely keeping it away from you, because I cannot summarize the book for the life of me. But anywho, I love this one very much. Definitely recommend it. Second book, and one that I honestly never thought I would read, so I'm really happy I did, is Sherlock Holmes Volume 1, and that sounds really cool until you realize that there are like 4 volumes. But either way, this is like a pretty thick thing, so I'm very proud of myself for finishing it, and this was my second read of 2021. Go me. I do this thing where I like write down all the unread books that I own, and so like I'm trying to like get through that. I've been trying since 2020. I think I started out at like 40 something at like mid or beginning of last year, and now I'm like down to maybe 30 or 31. It keeps increasing though because I keep buying books. So like no matter how much I make progress on it, it just keeps increasing. But one day we will get it down to 0. But anyways, this was surprisingly good, and also obviously a 5-star read because it's in this video. I will say that it took several naps to get through this, and not because it was bad, but like the writing sometimes puts you to sleep. It is a bit racist at points, as apparently all the detective stories are. Why? Like, I swear, Agatha Christie and this dude and oh my gosh. But anyway, like, bro, can you not be racist for 5 seconds? I guess not. Even Sherlock's racist. Like, bro, I thought you were smart. Okay, but yeah, anyway, it was very good. I also like really like this edition. It's like a not really cloth bound, but like kind of, I don't know, it feels weird, but it's like nice like writing. It's like not too big, not too small, and it feels nice in your hands. But anyways, back to Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, he's really smart. The writing, you know, I guess Watson's writing is very good. I thought, like, I was comparing it to Christie at first, and I was like, you know what, Christie's books are more interesting. But then, like, you know, when you get into this, Doyle's stories are actually pretty interesting too. They're like definitely different from Christie's because she's like more about like the nuance of the murder, like how it happened and how, well, I guess less on deducting how it happened. We just trust Poirot. But and then whereas Sherlock is right, Sherlock is like, okay, look, here are some facts, like murders happening, and then we go into this epic backstory. Like, there were these people found in a desert and they got abducted by evil Mormons who wanted to steal the child of this dude, and they aren't even blood related, and I don't know, like this epic revenge story. I don't know if I'll ever get through all 4 volumes. Also, I don't even know if like they still sell all 4 volumes, but I do have the 2nd volume, so hopefully I will get through that this year as well. And then I guess technically if I don't buy the other 2 volumes, I never have to read them because I only want to read the ones on my shelf. But you know, this was good, like check off my bucket list, even though it wasn't technically on my bucket list, it's on my TBR list. Okay, next, and another classic that actually most of my friends already read in high school, but I transferred in halfway through the 1st year or something, so I missed this, and that is Animal Farm. I wanted to read this for a while now, just because like I want to go back and read all the books I missed, which have I read them all now? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing one. I already read Romeo and Juliet, which I missed, and then there's this. Maybe I did. Maybe I've read all the books I missed. I only got this though because it's so pretty. Look at it. It's like, Animal Farm. And I was looking through like my friends' reviews on Goodreads and like who read it in high school, and they were all negative, and I'm like, but it's amazing. Especially, you know, if you read it like during the scary time when Trump was still president. It's like so realistic and such a horror story. But basically, if you're not aware, it's kind of a story about an animal farm where the animals take over, and they're like start off trying to rule things equally, but obviously I guess not only human nature is bad, but animal nature is also bad. Obviously this is fiction, so yeah, but it's just the slow, well actually it's quite fast, especially considering how short it is, but you know, just going into like a dictatorship and like a totalitarian society, and it's very entertaining because like, but it's also scary, like I said, because it's realistic. But there's also like just scenes of like pigs leaving behind documents, and I'm like, okay, but yeah, it's funny and scary. I love it very much though. I'm so glad I read it. I'm so glad I read it now when I can like maybe like understand it better than I would have in high school. I definitely did not understand politics in high school. I didn't even understand sexism in high school. What did I understand in high school? Nothing. But so good. I enjoyed it very much. 5 stars. Wow. So pink. I love it. I don't know what else to say about this. It's pretty. I like it. Also, I only read pretty books nowadays. That's the thing I've noticed. I feel like you're supposed to like gain better behaviors as you get older, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna judge books by the covers even more and only buy and read those ones. Next, we have a manga, because can I go a month without reading manga? Never. And this is Ascendance of a Bookworm part 1, volume 3. And if you remember from my manga video, I talked about the first two and how the series just kept getting better, and I was hoping that this one would get even better, and it did. We meet new people, we get into new adventures. This guy is a merchant. Also, we learn more about Otto the guard. Yeah, he has like a whole thing going on. We learn a lot more about him. He's obsessed with his wife, but oh, it's fun. Oh yes, he is obsessed with his wife, like I said. But this was very fun. I enjoyed it. Also 5 stars. I don't know why I keep saying that. Everything in this video is 5 stars, but it was so nice and it was so pretty. I will definitely still be continuing the series. I am excited. This girl right here, she's like amazing. She becomes like such a businesswoman in this, and I'm like, girl, respect. She's like, you know what, if nobody wants to read except me, that's fine. I guess I can't make a business out of selling books or a library, but you know, I'll sell paper cheaply and make money that way. And like, she made like hair oil and things, and this merchant dude is like, give me your secrets, and she's like, no, give me some cash. And yeah, anyways, it's very good. Last but not least, this super pretty cover. Ah, it's falling out. It's falling out. Crown of Bones. It's so pretty. Look at it. I love it so much. It's so pretty. I got it because it was pretty. But also the synopsis sounded good. I was in the mood for fantasy. I ended up loving this book so much. I'm obsessed. Basically, this book is about like savants. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but they can raise phantoms from the ground, and like each savant has like one phantom. There's like different types of phantoms, like collar phantoms and warrior phantoms and altar phantoms and things like that. And so like the world building, and like you really get immersed in the world, which I think is really cool. And exactly what you want out of a fantasy. But like there's like several characters, we get to know them all. There's Marcus, who is, you know, to be king, although he's having trouble with this phantom, and he's not as bloodthirsty as his father, so there's that. And then there's Ash, who is a scribe sort of person, who like a recorder. She records events, and she's savant. I'm just making this thing up. She's cool. She's cute. She's cute. She was into Marcus at the beginning, but then she meets this pirate, like Captain Hooky kind of pirate, like from Once Upon a Time. And then she's like, Marcus who? No. But I just love the dynamics between the characters. They're cute. And so basically there's a little bit of like Lord of the Ringsiness in here, like with all the traveling and the obstacles during traveling. No pirates in Lord of the Rings though, like from the first 2 books I've read, but I love it so much. And like the banter is cute. There's like mind reading, because like if you are a savant, you can communicate with your phantom. But then there is something going on with Ash where like phantoms are kind of like obsessed with her and attracted to her. So there's like her story, and then there's Kaelin, who's, you know, the cool pirate, but he's not exactly who he seems. And there are like these water people called Mar, and I don't know, there's just a very extravagant world, and I loved it very much. And I just like absolutely enjoyed reading every bit of this. I was never bored. I've been reading so many good books this year, and it makes me happy. That is my 5-star extravaganza. 5-star books that I really loved in January. Awesome books, very good, highly recommend. Yay. I hope you guys have a good week. Thanks for watching. Bye.